Alright, welcome back guys, welcome back to the channel. It is Wednesday the 11th of Jan, and what I thought I'd do today is just go through a few live trades with you, take you through a little bit of what I do, give you an update on the prop farming, because yesterday was actually a big day. Actually this week I started 4 different accounts, well not started 4 different accounts. One was a 10k, which I was on the second phase. Another was 10k, which is a funded. Another was a brand new 100k, and the other one, which is a 100k funded, which I am just under 98k on. So let me first just touch over those before I do any of the other trading. So just a quick update. This is my funded one, 97,951. No trades yesterday, unfortunately. And fortunately, yesterday or the day before, it should have actually entered based on what I saw on the Discord group. Other people that were using this set file actually went into trades. From that point, it was unfortunate because my little face over here in the top right corner I noticed was a sad face, so it wasn't actually trading. So I went in, sorted that out. But this trade's on a criteria, and sometimes it'll go a whole week without even getting into a trade. So missed that, but today saw that people that did get into that, it actually hit their equity. So they I think it's like 3.5% the equity set on this one, so kind of escaped that one luckily. Then the 100k account yesterday, as you can see, we hit our target. We are currently sitting at 108,290. Let me just show you quickly on my Forex, True Forex funds. This is the one over here. So these guys have changed. This year you now have to do a 5-day minimum trade. They used to have no minimum, which used to be amazing because now I'd already be in the phase 2, although I probably wouldn't be trading it anyway, so it doesn't really matter as long as you're starting the Monday. What I would do with this is, even if your bot is not taking any trades, just take a small 0.1 trade, open and close it, so it counts as a trade a day. So you doing that every day for the first week of your challenge. That way, no matter what happens, you've got your 5 days, your minimum. So I've already done that today. I just opened and closed the small one, so I've got my day counted. So if I go to account stats, you'll see that there you go, today minus 146, and I am $290 over the 8,000. So I've got a lot of cash to play with to do this. So I only need to do this tomorrow and then Friday, and then I should have my credentials sent over for phase 2. So next week we start phase 2. And the interesting thing about phase 2, when everyone on the group has talked about phase 2, there's 2 ways to do it. You can keep all your settings exactly the same, so you still go exactly the same as you would for the phase 1, but you just lower your profit target. Instead of 8,000, you're looking for 5,000, or 8%, you're looking for 5%. The other way to do it is be a little bit more passive with it, where you would say divide everything by 2. So you're looking for 5k, but your starting lot size is halved, your stop loss or your equity protector is halved. So essentially you can go 2 times as long if you were losing. And what I did find is it had a very similar pass rate to not doing that, not halving, but that was based on 1 month. So I did a back test where it was looking at a month. But what are people, and a lot of people in the group do the same, but what a lot of people don't understand is phase 2, you actually get 2 months to hit that target. And when I increased it to the 2 month, basically it went without failing. It basically had a 100% success rate, which is pretty amazing. So yeah, sometimes it is going to take you, the full 2 months or a month and a half, or at least month and a week or whatever it is. But the point is you're getting your funded account. And the way I see it now is, if you're looking for 2.5%, what I spoke about yesterday in my video yesterday, if you're looking for 2.5%, which has never lost an account in the last 2 years, my main goal, no matter how long it takes, is to just get those funded accounts. If I can get 5 funded accounts and each one of those is looking for 2.5%, essentially I could be making, you know, 10 grand a month, a little bit more, you know, depending on whether it's hitting its target once in a month, twice in a month. You'd be looking at anywhere from, I would say, 6 to 12 grand a month. And then from that point, you can start stacking accounts where you're taking 2 100k accounts, putting them together to make 200. And you just keep doing this to the point that you have 4 or 5 400k accounts, let's say. I mean, once you get to that point, you're just letting the bot make you a very small percentage. You're only looking for 2.5%, but because your account sizes are big and you have multiple account sizes or accounts, you know, it's all adding up. So I think it's just being patient, letting the EA do its thing. Don't be greedy. Don't, you know, want too much too fast. Just let it do its thing, and over time it'll pay off. That's kind of the approach I am taking now. If I do end up passing phase 2 now, which based on the back tests, it's had 100% success rate, so it's looking pretty good. You know, we'll have 200k accounts. I want to get to a point where I've got maybe 400 or 500ks, then I will start bringing them in together. And then, you know, at that point I could even put 200ks together twice, so we have 200ks, 100, and at that point, because it's making me a fair amount of profit, I could be buying straight into 200k accounts. So if I pass that, straight away I've got 300k accounts. So, you know, once this thing's actually churning in money, you can be a bit more aggressive. So that is the 100k. Let me show you what is happening with the other accounts. Okay, so this has been kind of dancing around. It got so close up over here. It got so close to hitting the target of $500. We're currently sitting at around $300 in profit. It looks like it's pushing down. I hope it doesn't push down too far. I'm going to leave it be. You know, there's so many times where I see in the group people are like, oh, I should have closed. Should I close? But the way I see it is, if you're letting the EA do its thing, you've got to let the EA do its thing. You know, you can't interfere. Just let it play out. If you end up hitting your equity protector, so be it. Let it go into another trade next week. This is the funded account, the funded 10k on True Forex Funds. So I'm sitting at almost $300 in profit. I could close that and I could take my money. I want to get it to 500. That's my target. So we're going to see where that goes. Big push down now. I'm hoping this turns around. But we'll see. Just got to leave it be. Let it do its thing. And then this one is the My Forex Funds phase 2. So also sitting at about 250, 300. We actually got to 400 and something, so we were so close. You know, I could have technically closed there, but like I said, I don't want to interfere. I'm just going to let this do its thing and leave it, okay? It's pushing down now, but we'll see. You know, it might come back. Where's this heading to? It could be just heading to this, and then it's going to bounce back. Let's see. I'm going to leave that to do its thing, and then we are going to go back to... Right, so back to here. As you can see, we are in GBP USD. The reason I'm in here is because, as you can see, we are on the whole number there. When we entered, we actually had this push down. I entered on that push down. It's come back and tested, and it actually opened my... I think this could have been a bit higher. Maybe I should have had it a bit higher, but it's opened both. So I'm in the hedge position. So all I do now is I'm very patient, and I wait for it to get to either there, or even I can wait for it to get further. But I'll see what happens when it gets there. If it turns around, I close the sell and I open up a new buy for 1. So we're going to let that play out. What I could do now as well is I could go back to this one, the group farming, and what we could do is... See, now it's pushing back up. So this is what I'm saying, you know, just let it do its thing. Because I could close there and it's 250, but it won't trade again until next week. Or be patient and still could potentially get its... there we go, it's pushing up now. You see that? See how it's pushing up now? Back to 300 over. So if this can now push up and break this high over there, we have a chance of hitting our profit target today. So I'm going to leave that just do its thing, and we will see how it plays out. But what I do want to do is I want to go back to this VPS, which has my funded account, and And because this is not trading yet, what I am going to do is I'm going to just start taking some. I'm still going to start with my Hovis 0.1 starting lot, like there, USD JPY. That's going to push down big time. As soon as this candle is over, I'm going to buy into this. USD. All right, I'm going to take a buy there, so I can enter into 5 of these positions, and then I go into my hedging. These are very small for the size account, but I'm just doing this to slowly edge my account towards the 98. And as soon as we get to 98, I mean, I can trade this a little bit more aggressively, but the point is I have got the EA on the gold pair waiting to pick up. So if this does get to open some trades, then then this should be going and doing its thing. So let's see. We'll see what that does. Where am I? I want to go back to. All right, we're in profit. So what I would do is I'd probably close this somewhere over here, about $4 profit. So it's not a huge amount of profits considering the size account, but it's just trading slowly, getting those amounts in. If I can get like $50, $100 a day, we're moving forward. I'm gonna close that. Nice little $4 profit, no problem. And I can keep doing that the whole day, making $4 a time. Quite quickly get our way up to like a $50 profit, then we'll be 98k. Just keep doing that. Just these small amounts add up over a week, and then as soon as the EA kicks in, then I just let it do its thing. So this is pushing down now. I can just wait. I'll wait one more candle and then potentially enter one there, 0.1 as well. And I could go a little bit more aggressive at 0.2 probably, but let's see. This pushes down. So once you're in these hedging positions, once you got your hedge trade, there's you've kind of essentially locked in your loss. You're not going to go into more drawdown than you currently are. So at the moment my drawdown is 153, so it'll kind of float around there no matter where price goes. So I've kind of locked that in place, and that's the point of that. And now I wait till it gets to the next point. If I were to look at, really, I would be wanting to see it come to this point here, because that is a much stronger support and resistance based on, so you can always look left, see what it's doing, and I would want to see it come back to there. If it goes up to there, again, that's another fairly strong point up there. But so is this. So we'll see where price goes, and then we'll make a call as soon as it gets there on how we want to play it. But I do think this is a fairly strong support zone, so I think we could see what price does here if we have a big reaction there, because I mean if you look left here, there's also a lot of reaction over there, so we'll see what that does, and then we will take the trade based on that. Oh, I should have entered there. I missed a spot there, missed that. As soon as it pushed down there, I should have been going in. Okay guys, back again. Sorry, I had to just jump off there for a bit. The wife walked in, but I was going to leave anyway, because I thought, might as well let the trades play out. As you can see, it has pushed up, opened our second position. I think it had already, but yeah, just like I said before, waiting for waiting for this to do something. Looked like it might have been pushing up, and now we have this big push down. But with this move, I just want to show you guys quickly the the funded account, the funded 10k closed a little bit early. I'm not sure why it did that. It should have closed at 500. It could have been because it moved up and then back down, so by the time it came back down, the other positions were slightly less than when it actually triggered the close. Anyway, no big deal, pretty much on my profit target, so we will be making a nice little withdrawal there, close to 450 odd, I think, $450. Nice little profit, which will pretty much pay for another challenge. Lovely jubbly. And this one over here, the My Forex Funds phase 2, done and dusted. This is a really cool one. I didn't actually mention this in the past, but this account, I didn't want to say anything because I didn't want to jinx it, but really happy about this one because my son, who is 9-year-old son, got some money for Christmas, and it was just about enough to buy into a 10k account. So he actually, I gave him the option. I said, I gave both my children, my daughter and my son. My daughter's a bit older. Both of them the option to buy in to one of these accounts and see where it goes. Gave them the full rundown, saying, if you put this in, there's a risk. You can not pass it. But what I said is, I would put in half, or I'd return half of the money even if they lost the account. So risk was slightly less. He jumped into it straight away, and he asked me a lot of questions about, what if I do pass, what are my options. So I gave him, like, you can go full aggressive, where you could potentially look for 10% and you're making about $800 in a month, or when it hits the target. But there's a very big chance that you could lose the account altogether. So maybe you get paid once, then you lose it. Maybe you get paid no times, and you lose it. Then I said you can go middle, where you're looking for about 500. Better chances of making that. You'll get about 400 payout every time. But there's still a chance that you might lose the account. I said the last option is to go super passive. Just look for 2.5%, and he's like, how much are we talking? You want to know numbers. So I said, $250, you'd be getting about $200 a month. So he was like, okay, after a year, I could make how much? I was like, you'd be sitting on about $2,000 in a year, thereabout, maybe a little bit more. If it hits a couple times in a month, possibly you could be sitting closer to 2.5. So he was like, okay, cool. I want to do that, because this is, at least this way I know I can get to somewhere. And then he actually asked me, which was pretty cool, on his own accord. He said, if I make some money, can I give you another 19? We buy into another account. So I was like, yeah, there we go. That's what I like to hear. So really thinking about reinvesting. So really chuffed about that. I'm managing it, though, where it's not like my son is just gone. So really cool to bring him into this journey with me, and just kind of knowing how he is thinking in his head about taking what he gets, growing it. My daughter was just like, she spent her money already. But I am hoping that she will see the potential once he actually starts getting the money in. I think then she'll be like, okay, I want to jump onto that. But yeah, so this is a special one for me, because it's going to him. This is his account. I'll be managing it for him, but very, very chuffed. He's at school now, so I'm super excited to tell him that he has a funded 10k account. My 9-year-old, isn't that cool? So yeah, it's been a very, very good week, guys. We're sitting at Wednesday. We got the pass on the new 100k. We got the 5% target on our 10k funded. Made some money already. We got phase 2 of this one for my son passed, which is awesome. So out of the 4 accounts, the only one that's not doing anything is the 100k, just because I can't put that onto where is it? This one. Just because I can't put that onto the Plutus strategy, because it's on MT4. I put it on the other strategy, another strategy that's up there on the leaderboard called Brutus. We've got Plutus, we've got Brutus. But that I unfortunately, like I said, missed the entry, but fortunately it would have hit EP, so it was a good thing that I missed it. So this one is still sitting at just under 98. I'm going to possibly trade this live for the rest of the week, because I don't think we'll have another entry before the end of tomorrow. So this one I'm going to start trading a bit myself. So really cool, super stoked about that. Yeah, a really good week. You know, next week we start phase 2 on the new 100k, setting that up on the 5% target, which on the back test has hit its target 100% of the time, considering going in, if you're talking about going the full 2 months. So yeah, very excited about that. Can't wait to get 2 funded accounts, 100k that is. Currently with my sons, we're sitting on three funded, 100k, 110, 210ks now. Got this 100k coming, so it's all happening, guys. It's kind of like as good a start to the year as I could have hoped for. So, you know, thank my lucky stars, everything is kind of falling into place. Just got to stick to the plan. You know, that's the key thing, guys. I think, you know, once you have a plan, just stick to it no matter what. Because I saw a lot of people on the group yesterday talking about, you know, closing early because they were in profit, then was moving down, and then, you know, and the whole time I was just like, you know, man, no matter what happens, I'm not touching it. If it hits equity protector, that's, you know, so be it. We move on to the next week. And it paid off. Even with this one, this was floating, even like I showed you before, we were floating around that $300 for a while. It looked like it was pushing down, came back up, was really bouncing around for a while. I just let it be, and paid off, ended up pushing up, and we got target on both those accounts. So super stoked. Yeah, really good day, guys. I'm going to leave it there. Good place to leave it. I can't wait to go tell my son that he has his own account. So yeah, I'm super stoked. We'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll see you soon. Bye for now.